Just on the team, it's quite a strong side, isn't a lot of Brumbies there?
Yeah, no, we're pretty lucky that most of the Brumby boys are fit and healthy and available. They've worked pretty hard over the last month, so there's an excitement around the group to take that onto the field on Saturday, definitely.
Is Christian Leilofano and Robbie Coleman the only two players that are unavailable at this stage from the squad?
Yeah, so Christian's overseas at the moment. Robbie's obviously recuperating from surgery, but outside of those guys, yeah, we've got a full deck to choose from, which is exciting.
Pretty happy to have, I guess, some players like that to choose from in the first week?
We are. No, look, I guess when we sat down and chose the full squad, we were hoping to get to this stage before the first game with a full deck of cards. It meant there were some tough selections when we sat down to choose to decide on the starting team. But look, again, we're pretty happy with the group that we've assembled. They've worked really hard up until this point. There's an excitement around the group that we just want to get out there and play now.
Can't not ask you about Benny on the bench there.
Yeah, look, Benny's been great, you know, for a guy who's played at such a high level over a long period of time. It'd be easy for him to come down here and probably just cruise and take things pretty easily, but he's been fantastic with the younger members of the group. He's a great standard setter, he's leading by example, and we expect more of that from him on Saturday.
Keen to give some of the younger guys a go there in the front row though?
Yeah, no, look, that's one of the things that's really exciting is we've got some great talent in the front row. You know, young Connell McInerney, Tyrell Lomax have obviously got experience with the Aussie 20s. And it's through exposure at this level that they'll get tested and hopefully kick on to the next level, similar to what Les Macon did last year when he was given opportunity at NRC level.
Yeah, and I guess we just spoke to Ida, another player that really took his chances last year and kind of got back into the Brumbies squad there. Yeah,
well, this time last year we were preparing to play against him, so it's great to have him in our squad. And look, he had a fantastic NRC last year. He continued that form for the Brumbies in Super Rugby, and look, he's a real point of difference player for us in terms of his physical aggression and his ability to win collision zones. So, you know, the boys will lift playing with him, and we're looking for him to lead the way for us on Saturday.
How about yourself? Obviously, it's your first season coaching at this level. How have you adjusted?
Yeah, look, personally for me, it's really exciting as well. It's great to be out here in a semi-professional environment, having all the assistance that you have in terms of the medical team and the support staff team around you really allows yourself just to focus on the rugby detail, and so that's been refreshing for me, and it's also been a great learning curve. You know, you've got to have your homework done, you've got to dot your I's and cross your T's, but again, I'm really looking forward to testing myself out personally across the next 8 to 10 weeks.
So Ben Alexander is starting on the bench, is that right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so Benny's on the bench, yep.
Yeah. What's the reason behind that, given I guess he's a Wallaby?
Look, yeah, Benny's a Wallaby. He's probably had a bit of a disrupted preparation with us. He was away for that Barbarians game in Japan. But look, on the flip side of that, the Brumbies and we have two really, really gifted young props in Les Macon and Alan Alatawa, and this NRC is about, you know, giving them more game time than what they probably had in Super Rugby, and they're both selection. Those selections are merit based, and look, for this week those guys will start the game, and look, Benny A will come on at some stage and finish the game off for us.
How's he handling the whole thing at the moment? Looked out of the Wallabies World Cup squad, the Rugby Championship. Is he handling things okay, do you think, or is it taking time for him to adjust?
No, he's been great. Look, I can only talk about how he's been around the group, and as I said before, he's been fantastic around the group. He's been really good with the young blokes. He's been really good in team meetings and on the field in imparting his knowledge and his experience. And look, for him, you know, he's only an injury or two away, and that's the beauty of having the World Cup around at this time, is it does keep those guys that are on the peripheral of the World Cup. It keeps them hungry to play and also perform, so that if opportunity does arise, A, they're in the frame to be selected, and B, they're ready to take that opportunity.
Have you applied to have Foto Ulua added to your squad at all?
Look, not at this stage, no. Foto's still rehabbing from injury. So at this stage, you know, we're running with the squad that we had named.
Ida, pretty keen to get back out there?
Yeah, I'm very keen. It's been a long time since, I feel like for ages though, since Super Rugby we lost in the semi-final, but yeah, I'm very keen to get back out there and play, you know. We're playing my old team from last year, so I'm very keen, and the boys are prepared well, so we just can't wait. We had the first week off, so everyone's ready to play this week.
Have you been able to tell the guys much about country?
Nah, not at all. Like, I don't really say much about country. Countries they were doing. I was fortunate enough to be there last year, and this year I'm in Brumbies Viking UC, so representing them. So yeah, just can't wait to get out there.
Does the country team look much? Are there much similarities to last season's?
Oh, there was a few boys. There's a few boys that are not there anymore, but yeah, everyone play for their team, so like we do. So we play here for Vikings, so it's not going to much a change or anything when you get there on Saturday.
Has it been different, I guess, coming in with the Vikings this time and having so many of like the Brumbies boys around, just already that familiarity?
Not at all. I think we just upon like as the boys, like Brumbies were, as Brumbies boys, we're familiar with a lot of core and stuff. So we're just like helping each other with all the club players and stuff coming in. So it's a good experience for them, and it's a good experience for us too. So we just stay tight as a team, and when we get there on a Saturday, then we just let the dog do the footies. Yeah.
It's a pretty strong-looking lineup for you guys.
Yeah, I think so. I'd love to believe that, but yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game. They had a win last week, so this is our first game of the season, so it's going to be fun. So I can't wait.
How's your fitness? You said it's been a sort of a long off season, or it feels like a while since you lost the semi.
Do you really want to know? Yeah, my fitness has been good. Yeah, we had like 4 weeks of pre-season, like a mini pre-season before the season start on Saturday. So yeah, it was a lot of running and stuff. But yeah, I'm fit and ready to go. So I just can't wait to get out there.
This is obviously was your opportunity to get back into rugby before coming to the Brumbies last season. What's your advice for other players looking to use this competition as to break into Super Rugby?
Just enjoy it, and every opportunity they get, just make the most of it. Every club is watching, so just make sure you get out there and do your job and play hard. And end of the day, if you do that, then I guess some franchise will pick you up from this kind of competition.
Did you think when you were lining up for country last year that you'd be back here for Brumbies?
Not at all. If you can see, unfortunately this guy got injured, so I have to come and fill him up a bit. So yeah, but yeah, he's my idol. Fatualua. Yeah.
Pretty excited to get out there this weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously a huge opportunity coming down from Queensland to play for the NRC. So having guys who are established in the Super 15, it's obviously great to have, and the boys have been very welcoming, which is making me feel a lot comfortable and confident, especially leading the boys around the park. So yeah.
Well, I guess how did it end up that you ended up down here in Canberra?
I don't know. I guess it's obviously the Brumbies have always had a good rugby system down here, and the opportunity is obviously huge. So up in Queensland for my position, they're pretty stacked at the moment. So yeah.
Got, I guess, some pretty handy guys to learn off down here. Yeah,
definitely. Like I said, there's a lot of established Super Rugby players, so learning off guys like that is obviously very humbling, and yeah, I'm very fortunate to have.
Looking forward to, I guess, getting a crack off the bench this week?
Yeah, definitely. Any time I can get would be obviously huge, so I'm looking to make a big impact and not overplay my hand, just do the right things, simple, keep it simple, so, and bring obviously the things I can to the game.
Interesting mix, isn't it? Because you're coming up against Michael Dowsett, you've got Joe Powell in front of you here, so you get a chance to see everybody.
Yeah, definitely. So they're obviously two good halfbacks. Personally, I'm coming on covering 10 and fullback, so I'm pretty comfortable fly half, but in saying that, if our fullback does go down or things like that, the coaches need to make a change. I'm very comfortable coming on at 10 or fullback.
Yeah, and so Rodney Ione, I guess, starting there, so
yep.
You know, pretty big shoes to fill if you come on there.
Yeah, he's obviously got a lot of experience having some game time in Super Rugby, so learning a couple of things from him personally and things like that, but coming onto the field, just want to play my own game and bring what I have to the field.
With Jesse Mogg obviously leaving the Brumbies, are you hopeful of pushing for a spot there? And
yeah, definitely. So like I said, it's obviously a huge opportunity and big shoes to fill, obviously, with some of the players there. So yeah, can't wait.
The guys, I guess, has Brad given you much indication if it'll be like at 10 or at fullback this week if you come on, or is it just kind of wait and see what happens?
Yeah, wait and see what happens, to be honest. Both 10 and fullback who are on Have been quite injury prone at the moment, so yeah, just getting my head around both positions at the moment.
When did you actually get to Canberra?
2 weeks ago, so
Okay.
it's been great so far. It's obviously a huge change in weather from the Gold Coast, but other than that, everything's been really great.